Works for you. Here are your 10 women in this fifth heat, and right in the middle of the floor is where we're going to be watching most of the action. Ashley Wozni in lane number 4 right now, 13th place overall. She's only 9 points back of Annika Greer.
All right, folks, you're watching from home. Put the phone down, turn the TV up volume. Grandpa's got some stories to tell. Ashley Wozni sitting in 13th place, 2 places out, 9 points back, going individual for the first time. Next to her, your gatekeeper, Annika Greer in 11th place, 323 points, missed out last year because of a submission error and is poised to make a first trip to Madison, Wisconsin, but knocking on the door in lane 12 next to her with 315 points. 8 points behind her. She has been trending up for the last 4 events. That is Shelby Neal. She missed out because of a legless rope climb. She's gotten past that, and now she is poised to potentially take over that 11th spot. And then finally, the veteran, Caroline Prevost, is one of the best athletes in the field. This is no strange position for her. This is a position where the veterans can shine and the rookies may tumble.
30 seconds.
It is close for that 11th and final spot. So Annika Greer is the one wearing the target on her back. For her, though, if she can set the top time going into the final heat, so if Greer can not only win her heat, but also have the top time, she will have clinched a spot.
Stand by.
Heat 5 of 6 has begun. 4:35.26 seconds, that's the top time.
It's not about the first round. It's not even about the second. It's about what these first 2 rounds do for you for the third round. And it's controlling the nerves, managing your intensity, and managing your reps on the toes to bar. If you can do 20 unbroken for 3 rounds, have at it. If you are unsure, that's the question you need to ask yourself. Is it time to do 20 or maybe break for a quick set so you can sustain that for the entirety of the test?
It looked like Brooke Wells at the bottom of the screen may have been the first woman to start her toes to bar, but it was only by about a rep. Brooke Wells in 19th place overall is probably going to have to not only win this test, but get a ton of help in the process. Far end, Samantha Pugh, she's onto the bag. Lexi Neal and Amanda Fisher as well.
Oh, Annika Greer got called back.
Kara Napoli is going to be the first one to put down her bag. Brooke Wells has put down her bag. Annika Greer is towards the back of the pack here.
Annika Greer got called back, and what she had done is she rolled her bag forward to get a better grip. A lot of times if it's sitting flat up with the zipper up top, with the Rogue label up top, it's a tougher to grab. And so what a lot of athletes will do is they'll push the bag over and grab. So look at her. Well, now the problem was when she pushed it over, she moved it across the line and she stepped across the line. You have to stay behind the line when you start the rep. Now, it's only about 3 or 5 seconds. However, we've seen how much 3 or 5 seconds can make a difference on the leaderboard.
Well, 6 seconds yesterday in the team competition was the difference between 8th Day CrossFit getting in as opposed to seeing someone else take that qualifying spot. And in this test, where it is so tightly packed, every second will matter here. Brooke Wells is your leader, followed by Kara Napoli right next to her in lane number 2, and then at the far end, Samantha Pugh, right side of your screen in the yellow top. She is in 3rd place right now. We're starting to see some athletes break up these toes. Brooke Wells is off, and she will make the trip down the floor, trying to keep herself alive here. Samantha Pugh is done. Ashley Wozni is off.
That's big for Wozni. She needs to get ahead of Annika Greer. So does Shelby Neal. They both are, because Greer just got off.
Wozni making the return trip. Greer picking up the bag on the right side of your screen in the red shorts. Meanwhile, Brooke Wells is back on the bike along with Samantha Pugh, opposite ends of the floor.
Annika Greer
now in last place.
Last in this heat. Annika Greer is currently sitting in 11th place with 323 points. The 2 ladies chasing her, Shelby Neal, 8 points back. Wozni, 9 points back, are ahead of her currently, and that's not to mention the 40 other athletes that have already taken this test. If we're looking at the standings right now, if this is a top 15 finish, finish places are decided by 3 points. That's a 3-point place difference that Shelby Neal needs to make up.
Meanwhile, Brooke Wells is off the bike, back onto her final set of toes to bar. Wells, 19th place, 285 points. She's 38 back.
And Sean, 38 points is not a lot. You go out and win an event and someone gets 30th, or even 20th, you make that up. It's not impossible.
Has broken up her toes to bar next to Annika Greer, so I think Greer may have pulled ahead of her. Brooke Wells is done. 4:04 and counting for Brooke Wells. She has plenty of time. So Brooke Wells is going to keep herself alive here, as she will have the new top time. 4:14.24 seconds. Shelby Neal is off. Shelby Neal looking to lock up the second best time in the event, and she will do it. Now here comes in lane 3, Jordan Sheffs and Carolyn Prevost. All these women chasing down Annika Greer, but now Greer is right behind them.
And that's the 3 spots Neal needs. That could be a point differential.
Right now, Greer's 7th place in this test is now we got a mad dash across the finish line. Neely, Fisher, and Napoli Wozni all in. So Greer takes 7th. Wozni now back in 15th in this test.
So Greer clear of Wozni. Wozni was 9 points back of Greer, but only 8 points ahead of Neal. Neal took 2nd in this heat. Looks officially maybe 2nd overall. We still have another heat to go. If anyone can get in between Neal and Greer's time. But don't count out what Brooke Wells just did.
That is a big clutch performance for Brooke Wells, and now she will wait. She will pick up right now with Annika Greer finishing in 7th. She picks up 18 points on her.
So Wells had 285 points coming in. Greer had 323. As you said, an only 38-point lead. Now it's down to 20, unofficially. A 20-point difference on our point scale is just between a 1st place finish and an 8th place finish. That's 21 points.